Tesla has made some real contributions to civilization. Elon Musk has done some good things that other people couldn't do. We haven't had a successful new auto company in a long, long time. What Tesla has done in the car business is a minor miracle.
So we have some really good news. There are two new Tesla stock catalysts that could cause Tesla to soar more than 570%. And what are they? Well, let's dive right into this. And as always, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, as this video took a really long time to make. Now, before we dive into the Tesla catalyst, we need to go over the possibility of the Fed pausing rate hikes and pivoting in 2023 as a potential catalyst for the entire market. So we've got comments from the Federal Reserve Governor Waller saying that the next meeting could see a softening in their commitment to continue to raise interest rates. Apart from that, we've also got Vice Chair Brainerd saying that it might be appropriate to soon move slower into rate hikes, and that we could just see a little bit of a slower rate hike of increases, and that's not too terribly surprising given the recent CPI data. And obviously, the stock market has been going sideways. But if we look at the Fed funds futures, according to the CME's FedWatch tool, the target rate probability for a 50 basis point hike at the mid-December meeting has risen to 80%, with a 19.4% chance of a 75 basis point increase. And for now, I do want to move into the PPI data, or Producer Price Index report, which just confirmed that the CPI data from previous months, headline and core inflation, are slowing rapidly. Now, the PPI data measures the average change over time in selling prices received by goods and services, and it just measures price changes before they reach consumers. And PPI data also shows an easy predictor of inflation. But still, inflation is just not going to go away immediately, and it's not going to immediately revert back to a nice 2%, so this is what we want to see. That's the type of data that, if we continue to see, would make the Fed more comfortable with a less restrictive policy, and or at the very least, slower increases.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Oh.
So now that we have that out of the way, let's move into some actual Tesla catalyst. And this catalyst is coming right around the corner in 2023, because somebody did ask Elon again if they were planning on doing a stock buyback. And Elon said that it was up to the Tesla board. Now, obviously, Elon has influence on that, but that's his response for now. But now, he never specified when the buyback would happen, but it would probably be around 2023. So Tesla may just be waiting, and they could also be waiting for things in the world to look a little better, as we have a war still going on and everyone's still calling for a recession in 2023. But here's what's exciting me the most. Because did you know that according to Cathie Wood, Tesla stock could eventually be too expensive for most retail investors to buy? And just this past week alone, ARK Invest has been buying the Tesla stock dip. And currently, this current price tag for Tesla stock allows most retail investors to invest. Now, however, many out there, including Cathie Wood, believe that Tesla will soar well into the future, more like 570% according to Ron Barron. Now, in October alone, ARK Invest bought Tesla shares twice. Once in early October after Tesla announced Q3 production and delivery numbers, and once again around mid-October after Tesla's Q3 earnings call. Now, in early October, ARK bought 132,000 Tesla shares after Tesla reported a miss on deliveries, and when Tesla announced its deliveries production numbers through a press release for the second time. And in October, they bought 66,000 shares of Tesla after the stock fell following Tesla's Q3 report. And most recently, they have been buying during the month of November. So it appears that ARK Invest has been on a buying spree. And this is probably because they believe, just like I do and you do if you're watching this video, that Tesla stock will soar sky high in the next few years. So she's taking the chance to buy more while it's cheap, as I have been doing as well. And I want you to let me know down in the comments below, have you been buying the Tesla stock dip, or are you waiting for Tesla to drop even lower? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, in ARK's 2021 open source Tesla model, they outlined that the expected value of Tesla would be $3,000 per share in 2025. However, they have since updated this to include autonomous ride-hailing assumptions and capital efficiency estimates, and the forecast has been pushed forward by 1 year to 2026. And according to them, the robotaxi business will be a key driver by contributing 60% of expected value, and this also mentions that they expect electric vehicles to make up for 57% of the company's revenue in 2026. And if they are able to fully move forward with the robotaxi business, Tesla stock will be impossible to buy and will only be affordable to institutional investors. Apart from that, we have thoughts from a different investor who believes Tesla will go to $4.5 trillion in valuation. You see, Ron Barron has recently outlined how Tesla could soar to 550% over the next decade, and that's despite their year-to-date decline of nearly 40%. But how exactly does Tesla get to $4.5 trillion? Well, according to Ron Barron, he expects Tesla to deliver outsized gains that ultimately take the company to a valuation of $4.5 trillion, and Tesla, which is currently worth $670 billion, would have to increase 570% from the current levels to reach that valuation target. And Barron has long been bullish on Tesla, having first acquired a stake in the company in 2014 between his balanced personal holdings and his clients' holdings at Barron Capital. He also has a combined Tesla stake worth about $4 billion. Now, Ron Barron's fund makes up 40% of his balance partners because his cost average is so low at $13. And he goes on to say how we could see the stock trading at $500 or $600 in 2025. We also had Elon Musk stating that Tesla could be bigger than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined, which could imply a valuation of more than $4 trillion. Now, Barron's bullish valuation is only predicated on Tesla significantly scaling its business over the next decade, selling about 20 million vehicles per year, and right now, Tesla is on track to sell just over 1 million vehicles in 2022. In 2030, if they do 20 million vehicles per year and they sell $50,000 per car, that's $1 trillion in revenue, and they get operating profits at somewhere around 30%, adding that a 50 times multiple on those $300 billion in operating profits gets to a $4.5 trillion valuation. And let's not forget that that valuation only includes the revenue contribution of Tesla vehicles and does not include the other areas the company is working on, providing somewhat of a margin of safety of the investments, but that's not including robots, that's not including autonomous vehicles, that's not including batteries, not to mention that Elon expects robots to be bigger than cars. So there are so many things happening at Tesla. So if Ron Barron's Tesla valuation of $4.5 trillion only includes EVs, then where does that realistically put Tesla stock in 2030? Well, I made a video on just that, and you can watch it right here. But it will be a lot harder for retail investors to buy Tesla stock as Tesla grows as a company and they have more products in the pipeline. I mean, we're about to see deliveries for their Semi next month, and we haven't seen deliveries on the Cybertruck and Roadster. Not to mention that Tesla only seems to be increasing their solar business at the same time. So if you're afraid of buying the Tesla dips, well, don't. And just remember that this is not financial advice, but Tesla as a company has proven time and time again that they should not be underestimated. But I want you to let me know down in the comments below, have you been buying the Tesla dip, or are you waiting for Tesla to go even lower? Let me know your thoughts down below, and as always, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Until next time.